Hey, and I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Hello. Bonjour, bonsoir, comment ça va? Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Live. If you're watching this not live, which is most of you, then today is the 2nd of February, Monday the 2nd. It's 9 p.m. French time. I'm live almost every Monday at 9 p.m. French time. I took a week off last week because I'll get into it. I'll get into it in a second. But first of all, let me just say hi to the people who are there. There's PQRS. People are YouTuber on. So G Rakasan, hello. The YouTubes, we've got Pokraj Roy in there. We got Guylaine, who's in the house. We've got Aiden vlogging. There's some people off Instagram as well. Jules Jones, hello Jules Jones. I think you are the first one on Instagram. Nice to have you there, Jules Jones. Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Live. Oh, has it not been a crazy 10 days in the life of Paul Taylor? I tell you what, first of all, last Monday, I apologise for not being there. The last 10 days have been a bit intense. Let me walk you through the last 10 days. It all started with my tour starting up again on Friday of the week before. Friday, 10 days ago, when I started my tour in Besançon. And as some of you know, if you follow my lives regularly, I was worried about Besançon and the lack of English speakers. It turned out the show was fucking great. It went really well. Everyone in Besançon at the show knew that it was in English and they understood it because people laughed. So I was excited for doing Besançon. What I didn't realize is that it's a big comedy festival and the entire industry, people that I know were there and people I hadn't seen in ages because I haven't performed in France in ages. So we got drunk basically till 2 or 3 in the morning. My old producer was there, Fanny. I saw her and her team, some people that run theaters in Paris, other comedians. It was a fun night in Besançon. So that was great. Then Saturday happened, and that was my friend Sebastian Marx. It was his final show at La Cigale. He was filming it, and we went to the 6 p.m. show, my wife and I, plus all of our English comedy friends, Sarah Donnelly, Amber Minogue, Luke Thompson, and we went to see the show. It was great. Then we had dinner afterwards, and then we went back to see him after his second show for the after party, and again, we're out to 3 in the morning. Then what happened was I was hungover to shit. I woke up the next day vomiting, and I had to take the TGV to Lille to do my show, and was vomiting in the TGV. I managed to sleep at the hotel a bit. The show was unbelievable in Lille. The 1,300 people that came to see the show in Lille, it's always a great time. But the schoolboy error I made, I was feeling better after the show. I went for dinner at the hotel with my light and sound guy, the producers, and one friend who lives locally. And I decided to have a Welsh, which is a traditional thing from Lille, which is basically fucking bread and ham and cheese, lots of melted cheese with some chips on the side, because it was like hangover food. I was like, oh yeah, let me have that. Then we had a cookie, like this massive hot cookie with ice cream for dessert. And guess what? I woke up the next day vomiting again. Then had to take a train home, vomited in the train again, and then spent the entire of last Monday vomiting until like 9 p.m., which is why I couldn't do the live last Monday. Oh my God. Then Tuesday started feeling better, but not great. Wednesday felt great. And we went to a little flying thing with my daughter, my friend Greg Crozier, and Karine Joly, who are world champion skydivers. They were at the iFly Center in Paris, which is basically a big wind tunnel and you fly in it. And so we took my daughter to do that. She fucking loved it. I had a good time. It's painful. My body isn't made for it because I don't have any muscles. And then we went to bed normally on Wednesday. Then my daughter woke up at 2 in the morning on the Thursday morning, technically was vomiting everywhere in her bed. We had to clean her bed. We had to clean her hair. She went into our bed. Then she vomited in our bed. So then we had to change our bed. And then she vomited again in our bed. And then I was like, fuck it. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. We're getting up. I'm watching a movie. So we got up, watched a movie. She wanted to watch Jurassic Park. So we watched Jurassic Park at 4 in the morning. I went back to bed. My wife took the shift. And then when I woke up, she then had a rest and I carried on. So that was all of Thursday. My daughter was vomiting the entire time. And then things calmed down on Friday. Finally, things calmed down this Friday. And then they kicked off again. Why did they kick off again? What happened on Saturday? Oh, on Saturday, I went for a run, got invited to dinner by ASICS, the sports company. And then yesterday, one of the funnest days I've had for a long time. It started off with a 10-kilometer Champs-Élysées race in the morning. I say morning, basically late morning, beginning of the afternoon. And then I had the show in Strasbourg. Oh, Strasbourg was an absolute beauty. What a great show that was. So much fun. And I'm now absolutely exhausted. I got back home today from Strasbourg and I'm done. So that has been the last 10 days of my life between shows, friends' shows, hangovers, gastroenteritis. How do you pluralize gastroenteritis? Gastroenterite. Racing and more shows. Woo! So yeah, it was complicated. Thanks for the amazing show in Strasbourg. Thanks for being an amazing audience in Strasbourg. It was unbelievable. Jules, it was at 10, 11. The race was at 11. I started at 11:30 because I wanted to race slowly. Because I wanted to see if I could do it in an hour as a pacer. Because I'd like to be a pacer one day. So when I do my 10Ks, it's an easy 1 hour run now. That's what I'm doing. I'm not pushing it. I should have visited Strasbourg. Yeah, I've been before. And it is super beau. It's really nice. So yeah. Your hair told me your state of mind beautifully. Thanks very much, Pokraj. Besançon's in the house. On a beaucoup ri. Thanks for cette dose de bonne humeur. Besançon. I was worried that your level of English was going to be shit, but it was amazing. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, since he's in the comments, Mr. Pete Downing, the two Downings, who are recent Patreon members of mine, came all the way from the UK to see the show in Lille. And thanks for saying hi before the show, backstage. I was feeling like shit. So thanks for thanks for cheering me up. Oh, God. So it looks like Bordeaux has to try and beat Strasbourg then. I tell you what, it's difficult to... Strasbourg and Lille, here's the thing. When the shows get that big, like over 1,000 people, it's difficult to... Cheers, by the way. It's difficult to... What's the word I'm looking for? I don't even have the French word. Like, not délimiter. Like, it's difficult to... separate... what's the word? Fucking hell! It's difficult to judge which ones are better and which ones are not. There's some that are just outrageous. Bordeaux was one of those a few years ago. Strasbourg was one of those a couple of years ago. Lille is always great. It's complicated. Toulouse is always a great one as well. I'm doing Bordeaux and Toulouse one after the other, so they're going to be amazing. The problem is now that I have that I have with my shows is that because I've done these cities and those theatres before, if I've ever had an amazing show, like a 1 in 50 shows, they just do something to you. Like the last time I did Strasbourg, if you're on Instagram, you can't see it, but if you're on widescreen, if you can see me on Facebook or on YouTube, I have this British flag in my studio here. That was given to me the last time I did Strasbourg. It was such a good show. That show will never be better. I will never do a better show in that room as Strasbourg 2023. Last night was amazing, but it wasn't as good as 2023. It can't be. For example, Montreal, the Olympia in Montreal. I can't beat it. If I go back to the Olympia, it's going to be not as good. Because once you hit it, you can't. It's like, what is it like? I guess it's like a tennis player, since tennis has happened this weekend. Congratulations to Carlos on his first Grand Slam win. But I think the first one is the best one, right? And then if you win it a second time, You know, if you win the Wimbledon the 5th time, then you're like, Roger Federer must be like, yeah, all right, I'll just get another one. So it's complicated. Maybe you peaked in 2023. No, because most of the shows this year have been better than 2023. Not in France, but outside of France. So I'll give you some examples. All of the UK. The shows in the UK this time last year were amazing. Ireland was incredible. New Zealand, the show in Auckland was crazy. Australia, what happened in Australia? All of the Australian shows, except for Melbourne. Melbourne in 2023 was amazing. That was the best one. But all of this year, they were all incredible. Hong Kong was outrageous compared to the previous time, as was Singapore. And in the US, I'd never really done any of the US before. And they went really well for the fact that the rooms weren't very full. They went really well. So the one that did surprise me in a weird way that went not as good as last time was Brussels. Because Brussels this time round was 1,800 people. So in theory, it should be better, right? Than the last time when I did, it was 700 people. So double, more than double. But I think the thing is last time, because we were filming the show, there was an extra fucking atmosphere to the thing. Whereas this year round, it was kind of underwhelming for the size of the room. It still was great, but it wasn't as good. So yeah, it depends, Red Becky. It depends. It depends on the venues. Is humour different across English-speaking countries? I don't know. Is it? Yeah, of course it is. People laugh at different things. There's universal things that people laugh at, which is slapstick stuff when people fall over, when your daughter makes a funny play on words or a stupid face, or your cat falls off the shelf. All that shit's funny, right? But then there's specific things that make people laugh across the world, right? And different references. So, of course, it is different across English-speaking. And then within different English-speaking countries, of course, the humour is different. It's different references. Different things make different people laugh. In the UK, we're very... we like autodérisoire humour, self-deprecating humour. Whereas in the US, they don't necessarily vibe with self-deprecating humour as much as we do. And so, but England, Australia, New Zealand, the Commonwealth are very similar. Because, you know, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, I don't go to, like, it's similar vibes, right? Similar Commonwealth, it's a similar sort of thing. So, yeah, the humour definitely is different. But everyone laughs, right? Unless you're just not you're a boring person. So it doesn't necessarily change. The difference with my stuff is that when I do my shows in English-speaking countries, everyone understands 100% of what I'm saying. Whereas if I'm doing them in France, like the last couple of times, you know, these shows, even though they were amazing, they're still not as good as they are in an English-speaking country, because there's still like a tiny gap in English knowledge or English language that it makes it a bit more laborious. Toulouse, I'm in Toulouse in a couple of weeks. Christine, 2 weeks. I'll be in Toulouse. It's sold out though. Too late, sorry. I've never been to any of your shows, but do you speak about the USA? I do speak about the USA. I speak a little bit about my tour that I did last year in the US and we were. What else? Pas facile de switch sur l'accent. Oh, it's difficult to switch to the English accent when you listen to the American accent all fucking day. I sympathize with you, my friend. I don't know what you do. I don't know who you work for that you're listening to Americans all day, but poor you. You get a beer. A beer is is very mérité, whatever that is in English. Did you wear your glasses for the 10K? Paul, I did wear my glasses. Stupidly. I normally wear contact lenses when I run, but for the past, 2 months, I've been wearing glasses because I haven't been, well, one, it's not been raining, and two, they haven't bothered me that much. I tell you what it was, is I had a thing with my eye. I had a problem in my eye, like a thing inside of my eye. So I couldn't wear contact lenses. But that's been sorted for a while. And also, I prefer my face with glasses. I think I look weird without glasses, like when so I don't know, people aren't used to me without glasses, so... Where did Wow Wow we were? It's Borat from the film 2006. Wow 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 we were. Which is my daughter. The big boobs expert is in the house. Hello from Adelaide. Nice to see you too. Hope you're well. I hope the business is going well. Eyeglasses, as the Americans would say. Yeah, not just glasses. Eyeglasses. Salvino, I was in Lille. It was amazing. My only regret is that I missed your London show. I hope your hangover is past. Yeah, thanks very much, Salvino. Well, you might have some more chances for the London show. Maybe. We'll see. We're working on the future. Right now, the end of the show is at the Olympia in Paris, March 1st, but we're working on getting some other stuff happening. Locally, though, it'll be Paris and London and maybe some other stuff, but no like official crazy tour like I've had for the past year. When are you coming to Plymouth? Never! I spent 3 weeks there opening an Apple store at I don't remember the name of where it is, but fuck me. That was 3 weeks too long. I don't know why you're in Plymouth, but good luck to you. Come back to Sydney, mate. I will be back in Sydney in August 2027 because I'll be doing the Sydney Marathon, hopefully, and I might do a show the day before the marathon, you know, just to fucking... Oh, it's Drake Circus. Remark Central's in there. Hello, mate. You were there as well. Drake Circus in Plymouth. There we go. Great question from Florian Beaufreton. Do comedians suffer from post-tour depression? I'm not sure if that's correct. Yes, it is correct. I mean, that's how I would say it. Post-tour blues, you might say. Yeah, I think we do. I mean, I do. It depends. It depends. It depends, Paul. I enjoy touring. I enjoy both. That's the thing. Like, I miss home when I'm touring too much, but I also like getting the fuck out of here and sleeping in a hotel and just having a night. Oh, except if there's fucking a building being constructed next to your hotel like there was today in Strasbourg. So I got woken up at 8:53, 7 minutes before 9, because some fucker was going do, 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 do. So that really annoyed me. Because otherwise, I'd have just fucking gone home after the show in Strasbourg. The show was at 6 p.m. and my light and sound guy, Manu, he went home because he had to go to Lille for a show tonight. And so I could have just gone home. But I was like, oh, let me stay in a hotel. It'll be cool. It'll be an early show so I can sit and watch Netflix or edit my running video, which I didn't know I was going to do, but I ended up doing it. So yeah, I didn't get a good sleep last night in the end. But yeah, the depression... After when you come back, it's like, it takes a while though. I'm happy to come back, but then I'm also like ready to go again. And I was ready to go back on tour because I hadn't been on tour since October, beginning of October. So November, December, January, 3 months basically where I was at home and not doing any shows. Well, that was broken up by a 4-day trip to Benin in West Africa. Benin, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't for my show, but it was for another show that I was doing a 10-minute set. So yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I think comedians do. It's a great question, Florian. Shout out to Florian, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. He does the editing of all my little clips that you see on social media. If it's like me talking to the audience, that's all edited by Florian. It's all subtitled by Eden. They're both absolute legends. Speaking of which, Florian, did my wife pay you? Oh, Verity, Hi, my darling daughter got me tickets for Saturday. Oh, I can't wait to see you on Saturday. Yeah, I've got a busy week this week. I'm doing 3 cities, 2 countries. On Wednesday, I've got a show in Lausanne in Switzerland. It's not my full show. It's just me doing a 15-minute set on a French show. So I'm performing in French in Lausanne for the Schnee. And then I'm back. And then 4 shows, because I've got a friend's show to attend at Le Cirque d'Hiver, Swan Périssé. Shout out to her. And then Caen is on Saturday and Nantes is on Sunday. By the way, it's the most annoying trip from Caen to Nantes. There's no way of getting there. The trains are all fucked. So we're going to have to drive. We're going to have to pay 700 euros for some person to drive us from Caen down to Nantes, because there was no other option. Even renting a car from Caen and dropping it in Nantes is too expensive. It's a nightmare. So, but I'm looking forward to Caen. It's going to be an intimate show. I think there's only 300 people in the room, so it's a good one. Ingrid, is there any way to get tickets for the sold-out show in Paris? You might be able to get some tickets, because basically how it works is all the tickets are officially sold out, but they've kept a bunch back for invitees, like my friends and family. So we have to go through that list and figure out who actually is coming to the show. And then whoever isn't coming to the show, we release those tickets usually a few days before the show. So it's kind of complicated to figure it out. Or, there are like resell websites, but you're going to pay too much, and I'm not going to get any of the money for that, nor is anyone that I work with. It just goes to the person who sold it. You know, people ticket touts. I don't know how you say that in French. Les revendeurs. Jules, can you teach me Worcestershire again? It's Worcestershire, not Worcestershire. Will I come to Bordeaux soon? Yeah, next Valentine's Day is when I'm in Bordeaux. It's sold out though, apparently. Unfortunately, sorry, but there might be tickets that get withdrawn. What's the word? I don't have the word. Put on sale? I don't know. Right, let me scroll down, because you've all got too many questions. I love it. How big is the show in Rennes? It's a great question, Amanda. I think it's like 700. Let me tell you now. Let me look at my emails. Let me have a look at the sales figures for the show. That'll tell me the capacity of the room. Go on, scroll down, internal emails, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. What is it with... Right, there we go. Let me have a look. Where are we? Saint-Grégoire, which is Rennes. It's 720. 720 people is the size of the room. And the last time I got an update, which was last week, we were like at 85%. So we're getting there. Did I eat all the beans that I got as a gift in Monaco? No, my friend Lucy. They're over here on my fridge. The people on Instagram can't see it. Again, if you're watching this in normal 16:9, you can see that I haven't opened it yet. I haven't had anyone around the house yet. Enough of people to have an English breakfast. That might be an idea, actually, for the Olympia when my friends come over. We're still laughing about Chichester. There was somebody in the audience last night from Chichester. I don't even know how Chichester is written. Chichester. Is it Chichester? Chichester. Chichester in the UK. West Sussex, they were talking about. Chichester. Chichester. And we were laughing about it last night at the show, because somebody in the show was from Chichester. Rachel, I find your Borat impression all the funnier given we're going to Kazakhstan this summer. Yeah, here's the... What? You go to my wife. It's not even how they speak, right? I don't know. It'd be I mean, there's probably an interview of Sacha Baron Cohen being like, oh, we chose Kazakhstan because this, that, and the other. But he's speaking Polish in the film. He's speaking Polish. That's how little people know about the Polish language, is that he's actually just speaking Polish. It's not Kazakhstani at all. When he's like, Dzień dobry. Oh, God. Paul, you saucy snail eater. Do you generally prefer crowds who shut up while you perform or heckle, give you a bit of shit? Curious, as you're an outgoing chap. You'd be surprised how not outgoing I am. I'm quite shy. When I'm on stage, I'm not. Definitely the louder the audience, the better. No one really heckles though. In the audience, I speak to the audience for the first 10 minutes. So if you see my clips on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever, the stuff that I'm putting out now is basically the 10 minutes before the show starts when I talk to the audience. Some people think it's like my entire show, and I understand why they would think that, but it's not. So that bit I talk to the audience, and then in reality, there's not really a lot of time in the show for people to talk. If I go grab a sip of my beer, then they talk. I was talking yesterday in Strasbourg, I was talking about the name Jesus, the fact that Jesus is a name in Spanish-speaking countries, Jesus, but no one calls anyone Jesus in England or in France. And some woman shouted out, sometimes it's a nickname in France. And so we had a bit of a back and forth, and it was fun. They're always good. Like the thing is like, anything that gets added to the show that isn't in the script is generally going to make the show better. Unless it's somebody who's really, really drunk and just won't shut up for the entire show. But I've never really had that because my audience, are generally pretty well behaved and also just nice people. So I don't have that. So yeah. And sometimes it leads to funny things. Sometimes it doesn't, but what else have we got? What's the difference between UK audiences or European audiences? It's again, I answer the question with cautiousness. That's not an English word, is it? If you're cautious, if you're being cautious, you answer it with caution. Because I don't know is the answer. Because when I do my show, it's the same audience. It's half of it is French immigrants in the country. I'm tired of using the word expats, by the way. It's French immigrants, plus people they know. So their work colleagues, their friends, family, whatever it is. So it's not a good judge. But I would say, in general, what I've noticed is in the UK, people are more used to seeing stand-up comedy than anywhere else in Europe. And so people know what a show's going to be like. They have the expectation. They know it's going to be fun, and they're not shy about laughing. They get a couple of drinks in them, and if they want to laugh, they laugh. Whereas in a lot of European places, obviously I've toured mostly in France, but I've been to Spain. I've been to wherever else have I done shows? I mean, almost all of Europe, Western Europe. The furthest east I think I went was Finland. And by the way, it's fucking east. It's the furthest east because it's further east than Poland. I didn't know that. Everyone's like, oh, Eastern Europe, Poland. Fucking Finland is further east than Poland. Anyway, the rest of Europe can be a little bit calmer. They're a little bit more respectful is a word that you hear a lot with audiences that aren't used to stand-up. It's not they're being respectful. It's that I get the impression they're a little bit scared of laughing because they're scared of getting judged, or they don't want to come across as an asshole. They don't want to stand out from the crowd. Whereas in the UK, I think people are a little bit more up for it. And I would even include the US in that. Like, I feel like the UK audiences and Australian audiences and the one show I did in New Zealand, they feel like they're more up for it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Oh, terrible translations. It's a great shout. I completely forgot about those. So before we go, ladies and gentlemen, because it is 9:30, I will let you leave without taking up too much of your time. But before we do, it's a fun little segment where you can send me the worst translations that you see out and about. And I have an email address that you can send me those to. The email address is translations@paultaylorcomedy.com. And we go through them. So, I see why Pokraj was the one to mention it, because he's the first one in my emails this week. I sent this before your hiatus. Okay, blah, blah. Oh, so it's one that you sent me before. What? Hold on. Blah, blah, blah. Quick. Facebook Meta started this campaign, which basically Skillshare. The tagline for the Hindi campaign, sorry, let me put it on the screen. The tagline for the Hindi campaign turned out to be Facebook download Karen. For context, Kurain with a bit of a nasal at the end in Hindi means do, signifying some action. Right, okay. So it means Facebook downloaded Facebook. So they've just okay, they've somehow managed to add Karen into this Facebook app. And it's a genuine thing as well. That's unbelievable. That's great. Thanks, Pokraj. Right, Red Becky's up. Get it right, Starbucks. Apparently this is a bad translation. Exit only, éxito aquí. What? I mean, they haven't translated it properly though, right? Exit only. That kind of makes sense though. Exit only, éxito aquí. Wait, it's salida, isn't it? Can you say éxito? You haven't told me where this is from, but I imagine by the accent, and aquí, it's a Spanish-speaking country. You could say exit here, which is the technical, but I don't know if éxito, that might be like a Latin American thing. It's definitely not. It's definitely not Spanish from Spain. Right, what else? Isabel's in the house. Hello, been twice to your shows in Yves Tour. Which is interesting because I've not been to Yves Tour twice. I've only been to Yves Tour once. It might have felt like twice. I'll be in Caen on this weekend. This time with my children. It's going to be difficult for my son of 8. Yeah, English. And him. You're bringing an 8-year-old to a comedy show. Jesus Christ. Attached as a sign where I work. I pass it every day. Hope to see you at the end of the show as usual. Isabelle Lambert. Isabelle. Let's read it together. So, vous entrez en zone d'exploitation. Merci de respecter les consignes de sécurité en vigueur. You enter in an operating area. Thanks to comply with the safety instructions in force. Everything about this is wrong. You enter in an operating area. You know what that reminds me of? You enter in. It's like, because obviously... What was I? I was signing up for a race, for a running race. When was this? A couple of weeks ago. And it's obviously a French website for the running race. And in French it says, like, in French the button said, je commande mon pack photo, as in like, you can buy a photo pack, a digital photo pack. They take photos of people during the races, and then you find your number with the bib number. And so you can pre-order it. So it'd say, je commande mon pack photo. And the English translation is, I order my photo pack. And it's correct, but you don't say it in English, right? You don't say, I order on a thing. You just say order photo pack. So that's the thing. Like, you enter in, vous entrez, not you enter. It's correct, but you never say you enter in an operating area. What does that even mean? Thanks to comply. Merci de respecter. No. Thank you for following the safety instructions en vigueur, in force. I mean, I could translate it, but it's going to take too long. It's awful. Right, the last one this week is from Marie. Marie, hope you're doing great. Here's a terrible translation. I wanted to install a block game on my phone. The title sounded nice, Blockjoy, and as the download started, I realized that it might not be as it seems. Blockjoy. Bloquer la joie. Bloquer la joie. Oh, God, of course. Google Play. Thanks for everything you do. We love it. Thanks very much, Marie. I really appreciate it. That's a good one. And as a couple of you have said, you are entering, not you enter into. It's you are entering or you're entering. Exactly. There we go. Correct. So keep them coming. Keep the terrible translations coming. We'll do some more next week. Hey, if you're on Patreon, I'll hang around for an extra half an hour for the after party. So you can join me on patreon.com/Paul Taylor. And in return for a virtual beer that you can give me, you get a bunch of exclusive content. So head over there if you want to keep hanging out for the after party. And for the rest of you, well, I'll see you next Monday. For those of you who are not coming to see me live, if you live in Lausanne, I'll see you on Wednesday. And if you live in Caen or the surrounding area, I'll see you on Saturday. And not, I will see you on Sunday. Everyone else, I'll see you back here next Monday, same time. Unless I'm fucking hungover, which I won't be because I'm not drinking until the Olympia. That is my commitment to myself. And that is it for now. Thanks very much, Patreon. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Bisous.